Hi friends, Grace here. I hope you're having a great day. I have been talking to some of my clients, and it's exciting that conferences are up and running again and people are out and about and learning and growing, and it's great. So I've been getting a few calls now that conferences are up and running again, and there's quite a few right now going on. I've been getting calls from people who go to, this marketing conference or that one, and they start to learn about unique selling propositions. And it's usually something we've talked about before, but it just gets reinforced for them when they go to an event and they hear an educator talk on these topics. So a lot of times what happens is they call me afterwards and they're like, let's talk. I think things have changed. I need to be stronger. And they're all motivated with this energy, which is great to change. But sometimes that very quickly evolves into let's change for the sake of being re-energized about something. And sometimes they're not actually changing for the right reasons. And instead of changing, they should be considering recommitting to their unique selling proposition that they've already determined. So my next question is always, well, what is your unique selling proposition and how has it changed since we identified it as XYZ? And a lot of times when I get this email back, it's actually a list of selling points. And here's the problem. People don't realize that a unique selling proposition has to be one thing, whereas selling points are a multitude of things that should fit under the unique selling proposition that you've determined. So think of your unique selling proposition as an umbrella, and your selling points are things that reinforce that unique selling proposition. So I'll give you an example. When I started my business, I thought my unique selling proposition was that our work was custom, that we custom design our websites, that we custom build our websites. And that is a part of what we do, and that is an important part of what we do. But it's actually more of a selling point than a unique selling proposition for me anyways. As time went on and the business evolved and would grow, people would come to me and say, I hired you because, and I would hear this over and over again, and it started to be a theme that people were hiring me because they knew I was an honest person. They knew I was just telling them the truth. They didn't feel like I was trying to get them to buy something or do something. And I have very little follow-up, very little sales protocol in place. And I just have conversations with people, and I just go into every conversation with, how can I help this person today? And if that involves offering them marketing services, great. And if it doesn't, great. And that's not really my point of this message, but when you think about a unique selling proposition and you think about, okay, mine is that I'm going to do the right thing, that I'm ethical, right? That's my umbrella. Within that, you can build out all of the different selling points and they fit neatly under that umbrella. So keep in mind, a USP or unique selling proposition, it should be unique. It should have some level of something special to it. It shouldn't be what everyone else says in your space. So for instance, if you're a dentist and you are looking to craft your unique selling proposition, or let's just say define it, because it's there, whether you know what it is or not, it's there. So let's say you're a dentist and you want to be known as, we'll say gentle, right? Everyone says that in dentistry. Everyone says, oh, I'm really gentle and my patients, they have a good experience. That's kind of what everybody says when they come to me is, oh, my patients will have a good experience. And I push a little bit further. I do want to push a little bit further to get you to identify, well, why will they have a good experience? Well, what are the things you're going to do to be able to say that? And I know everyone wants to be unique, but in dentistry, I feel like I have these conversations with dentists 5 times a day with different people. And when I start to hear the same things over and over again about how they want to be unique, it becomes very apparent that they're really not looking to be unique. In a lot of situations, they're looking to do what's safe and what feels like it's going to be successful because that doctor over there had this for their brand and they're successful. So I'm going to do what they did to be successful. And that's really like the worst thing you can do in marketing is try to emulate what somebody else built. Marketing is very, very simple. You have to look internally and you have to think Just think about the compliments that people give you. Think about the things patients tell you when they're in your practice or they're leaving or you've helped them. They say, this is why I picked you. This is why I want my whole family to come to you. It's because of X, Y, Z. And sometimes it's because you're the latest and greatest. Sometimes it's because you have all the great technology and you really do provide a super comfortable experience for your patients. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's because they trust you and they love talking to you. And if your brand is that they love talking to you and you're somebody that they feel like they're friends with, then you should be putting video content out so other people can get a glimpse of your awesome personality. And if it's your clinical expertise, if it's your high-tech office that you do everything to provide a comfortable experience for patients, there are ways to say that differently than caring and comfort. And the further you push yourself to be bold in what you say, but still be specific. That's what I want to say. A lot of people are putting out very vague statements for their marketing, and they're not identifying anything specific to them. The last point I want to make on this, be specific. Make sure your umbrella brand is your unique selling proposition and you don't confuse selling points with your unique selling proposition. And the last thing is to be consistent. You don't want to one day be the comfort doctor and the next day you're the high-tech doctor and the next day you're this and the next day you're that. Pick something, say it in a unique way, and then figure out how you're going to get that one message out to everyone in the community. Because here's the goal. The goal is for your ideal patient, every single one of your ideal patients, or if you're not a dentist, customers or clients, to know that you're an option and to know why they should choose you. If you just make that your number one goal, everyone who fits my identity of an ideal patient, everyone who fits that cohort, they need to know I'm an option. If you accomplish that, you will have more business than you know what to do with. And here's the good part about that. They're going to be with you because of who you are, who you truly are, not because of who you said you were when you were trying to be like someone else. So dig deep, think about those real compliments that you get, sometimes unsolicited. Create your unique selling proposition and then rightfully put your selling points underneath that umbrella brand. Then from there, make it your mission to make sure everyone knows that one thing about you. And I see this all the time. I see flyers and I see postcards and I see lists and bullets of all of the selling points. More does not sell more. Less is actually more. When you can hone in on your brand and that one thing you want everyone to know about you, and that's going to pull in the right type of patient because they're actually going to remember you. If you list too many things, you get lost in the shuffle and people don't remember all of the things that you listed. You could keep that for your website, but when you only have a minute to get in front of people, what's that one thing that they need to know about you? And if you haven't determined that, then I can help you determine that. I can help you define that, but you probably already know what it is. You may just need a little help putting it into words and putting it into that clean umbrella. So anyways, thank you guys for being with me today. I hope you have an awesome day. Marketing is not that hard. It's just about being true to yourself and getting your message out there. Thanks, guys.